Something unusual happened in a Denver courtroom. Prosecutors dismissed a first-degree murder case when testimony had already started. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kim Christensen.
And I'm Jennifer Meckles. For the first time during this trial, the district attorneys noticed a potential weapon in the victim's hand, which sparked the dismissal. Crime and Justice reporter Kelly Rinke shares more on how this all happened in court, Kelly.
Yeah, guys, the district attorney's office says prosecutors have reviewed that body camera footage numerous times before trial. On the first day of testimony, they realized that when the victim had been shot by the defendant, he was holding what's called a tactical pen. It's something you can use in self-defense, or you can even use it to break a window. Prosecutors charged a 23-year-old in April of 2023 with first-degree murder. We're not naming him because he's no longer facing criminal charges. He went to trial last month, so a little more than a year later. The Denver District Attorney's Office said an officer on scene moved the tactical pen that had fallen from the victim's hand. The pen wasn't photographed by the crime scene unit, and prosecutors didn't know it was there until the first day of testimony. They dismissed the case because it became clear they couldn't disprove self-defense beyond a reasonable doubt. According to Denver police, the officer who moved the pen was in his second week of field training. The department said the defendant didn't provide a statement to investigators and never asserted a self-defense claim. Our legal expert said people who are arrested can't be penalized for staying quiet.
The jury can't even be told that they remain silent. So the bottom line is, this individual did what he thought was best for him, and it really doesn't excuse the police for moving and not photographing the pen.
Public defenders represented this defendant, and in a statement they shared with us, his attorney said their client acted in self-defense to save himself and others from being violently attacked. And their client is frustrated it took until the evidence was presented at trial for the charge to be dismissed. Guys.
It's a pretty wild story. All right, Kelly, thank you. It's a pretty hot day today. We get up to the 90s across the state today here in Colorado.
But we also knew that Lauren said last night things might get moving out east. We could see severe weather, and we are.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. We've been expecting strong storms across the plains today and through the rest of this afternoon. We do have a brand new tornado warning that's been just issued. This is going to be in Washington County. Now, this is radar indicated, and according to the National Weather Service, this is an area with a population of around 11 or so, but you do still want to make sure that if you're anywhere near this area, you're taking cover and taking shelter. And remember, taking shelter means being in the innermost room of your home, away from windows, or being in the basement if you have that option. You want to make sure that you're just away from the exterior, away from the windows, in a safe place. And if you know anyone in this area, then you want to make sure that you're calling them to make sure that they're in a safe place as well. So this tornado warning has just been issued. This is going to be Washington County, where we're looking for a radar indicated signature here. Outside of this, we are seeing really strong storms all across the plains, and even on top of this tornado warning, where just west of this we have a severe thunderstorm warning that was issued. And this is going to be part of that same system, where in addition to the radar indicated tornado, we're looking for hail dropping anywhere from $half to quarter size. We're looking for winds to gust 50 to 60 miles per hour. We're looking for heavy rainfall that could lead to that isolated and localized flooding. We're also looking for lots of lightning and thunder with this system. So this is going to continue to be in effect until 4:15. So that's going to be the next 12 minutes or so. Again, if you know anyone in this area in Washington County, you want to make sure that you're aware of the tornado warning and just this large storm system in the area in general. Now, I don't think this is going to be our only one of the day, and that's because we have several very strong storms all across the plains. We have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings that'll be in effect until 4:30 and 4:45. I think those will be extended as we follow those storms. And then closer to the Nebraska Panhandle, this is a very strong storm system here, very large, and we're seeing this severe thunderstorm warning pretty large as well until 4:30. This entire area in Teal under severe thunderstorm watch until later this evening. So we're going to watch for some of these storms to be very strong. Again, with several severe thunderstorm warnings in place and a tornado warning in place in Washington County until 4:15. So I'll have more details on all of this in my full weather forecast. You'll certainly want to stay tuned.
All right, we'll get back to you as needed, Lauren. In Aurora, if you're looking to cool off, you've got to find a new place to do so. Aurora closed the swim area of the Aurora Reservoir because of high bacteria levels. The paddleboarding and kayaking section, that's still open. The city will get updated tests tomorrow morning and see if the bacteria levels drop, and then they can reopen the swim beach for the holiday.
As more businesses find a new home on 38th Avenue, Wheat Ridge police say it's really working to make more of an effort to build relationships between police and the business owners.
38th Avenue has seen some crime in the last year. A jewelry store owner was killed in Wheat Ridge last year as well. 9 News reporter Lauren Scafidi is live in Wheat Ridge, not far from Wadsworth, and you're going to tell us more about what police are doing to keep that area safe. That's an area that's also seen a lot of new construction, Lauren.
Yeah, and here's just one example of all of that. Construction businesses around here tell me they can't wait for this construction across the street to be done. Police are eager to make a connection with new business owners here before anything bad could happen. On a big stretch of road sit small businesses that make 38th Avenue all that it is.
Catch you for 603 today, please. This is an operation from the heart.
From the heart and for your stomach.
So basically, every time I fold it, that's what builds those layers that you see when you cut into our biscuits.
Annika Pearson has been pressing and perfecting at Mr. Biscuits for almost 3 years.
All the way up, all the way down. This street, this block, this neighborhood is so perfect for us.
As more businesses nestle into Ridge on 38th,
we got a new barbecue joint, we got new coffee shops.
Wheat Ridge police are working on building trust with owners before meeting them at a crime scene.
Basically, we want to have a great relationship with these businesses, with the folks, with the schools, before any bad things happen. So when they do need to call us, we already have a great place to start with that relationship.
Alex Rose, the spokesman for Wheat Ridge Police, says there's a lot on the horizon for 38th Avenue in just the next year or so.
I see this in a couple years as being a fantastic community gathering space where maybe we hold events and festivals.
Wheat Ridge Police have already held Coffee with a Cop events around town.
I feel like I know these guys. I know half the policemen by name. They can drive next to me and I don't have that nervous feeling because that's just my buddy Tim.
It just provides better outcomes when you and I know each other on a personal level before a department has to come out and respond to your neighbors or something down the block because something crazy happens.
It's an effort to make these small businesses feel like a big part of the community they serve.
It helps us as a business to kind of just be able to put our best foot forward when we know that we're backed with some safety, and then I feel great living here in this community.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You have a good rest of your day. I will.
Wheat Ridge Police says that they'll host another one of these Coffee with the Cop events at the end of July. They usually post that information on their social media pages. Live in Wheat Ridge, Lauren Scafidi, 9 News.
Lauren, that construction is something, and it's been going on for a long time for those of us that know it, but it's also a great little walking area and neighborhood, so you see why those businesses really want to keep it that way. It feels small, it feels nice.
Yeah, they're hoping that more people will just walk down here, bike down here, and then of course people will get stuff from these businesses, take them across the street to this green area. It'll be good for everybody, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Win-win. Thank you.
RTD says elevators at 3 more light rail stations will now stay open after the agency ran an experiment trying to reduce crime. They say it worked. During a 90-day pilot program, RTD left the elevators open at 3 light rail stations, and the doors only close when someone actually goes in to select a floor. They tried this at the Colorado, 9 Mile, and Southmore stations from the middle of March to the middle of June. The agency said calls from those stations the past 2 years have mostly been drug-related. So during this elevator pilot, drug calls dropped by more than half at 2 of those locations. So now, RTD is going to keep the elevator doors open at a few more stations, Wadsworth, Sheridan, and Colfax, trying to lower the crime there too.
From the success measures, we decided to expand it to 3 more stations, and we picked those locations also because those 3 locations were about 5% of our calls of service. The original 3 were about 8%.
RTD says they hope to continue this program into the winter and continue to watch the trends.
We want to get back to Lauren Robinson. It's sunny and hot here in the metro area, but that is not true across the state.
Yeah, we are still seeing those storms across the plains, and today's heat is really help ignite some of these storms. These summertime storms, severe thunderstorm warnings are all ignited by hot conditions. So this is what we're really looking for across the plains, and this is what we had been planning for this afternoon. But we do have this tornado warning that has been issued for Washington County. Now, this is radar indicated, and the signature's not looking too impressive. My assumption would be that this could have started as a land spout, but all the while, you still want to make sure that you're paying attention attention to this because we do still have several surrounding severe thunderstorm warnings in place. So even if this tornado is not directly overhead or not exactly in your area, you want to watch for some of these other strong storms to possibly spawn up a couple of tornadoes. That's what we've been anticipating today for these storms to drop large hail, damaging winds, heavy downpours, and yes, a few tornadoes. So as we stop the motion here a bit, you can see I am anticipating some larger hail here. We've been tracking anywhere from $half to quarter-size hail, winds gusting above 50 miles per hour with some heavy downpours just west of this tornado warning where we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. This area is likely seeing some very heavy downpours. Right where we're seeing this tornado, the signature is not super impressive. We're expecting this tornado warning to expire in about 5 minutes or so, but you do want to be careful of this. Now, in the National Weather Service's tweet about this, it estimated a population of about 11, but that's still 11 people that need to be seeking shelter right now. And remember, seeking shelter from a tornado means being in your innermost room in your home. You want to be away from all of the doors and windows. You want to be in a basement if you can be. You want to make sure that you're inside and safe. And again, if you know anyone in these areas, you want to be calling them to make sure that they're safe. This tornado warning is expected to last until around 4:15, but even outside of that, we're going to continue to watch for some of these stronger storms to push out maybe even more tornado warnings as we go through the rest of the afternoon. We're not really expecting most of these storms to push out of the plains until maybe around 6 o'clock or so. So that's a few more hours of still watching these stronger storms. As we take a look at some of these other severe thunderstorm warnings in the area, you can see we have them in a couple of different places until 4:30 and until 4:45. These areas likely seeing some very heavy hail. We're looking again quarter to $half size hail. We're looking for those heavy downpours, lots of lightning and thunder, damaging winds gusting around 50 to 60 miles per hour. And then again, this tornado warning in place until 4:15. As we move our way closer to the Nebraska Panhandle, we do have a couple of other strong storms. One of them is very strong just north between Akron and Yuma. We're looking for this one to be pretty strong as well and drop some heavy hail. This severe thunderstorm warning is expected to last until 4:30. And then we have a very large storm system pushing its way into the Nebraska Panhandle with a large severe thunderstorm warning attached to this also until 4:30. With all of these storms, we're looking for these. Again, the biggest impacts are going to be large hail, maybe quarter to $half size. We're looking for heavy downpours, localized flooding, lots of lightning and thunder, damaging winds gusting around 50 to 60 miles per hour. And of course, we're going to continue to watch for those tornado possibilities. So I'll continue to monitor this for you. We are going to continue to watch for that tornado warning again to expire in about 5 minutes or so, but I suspect we will have some more. This signature over the tornado, not looking great, not looking too impressive, but we do have some other strong storms out there that we're going to continue to keep an eye out for you and continue to deliver the biggest impacts through the rest of your afternoon. So I'll have more details on all of this for you just ahead.